Hey everyone, this is Hate here, and I'm kind of sorry that I'm not being able to look into the camera while speaking. Yeah, I know it's kind of weird, but I have got a problem with being able to structure my sentences properly while speaking, so I really apologize for all that. Let's move on to the real garbage. Why no one likes Sakura? So I was watching an anime called Isekai Seikishi Monogatari, which is a spin-off of Tenchi Muyo universe. Now you may or may not have heard of the series, but that's not the point. While watching the series, I came across a character named Kaya, whom I naturally started hating and was quite intrigued when I realized that she actually resembles Sakura somehow, not from the perspective of looks, but something is similar in the basic foundation of the characters. So I started asking to myself, what really is it that makes me, and of course the majority of the people, hate Sakura and also any character that resembles her so much? I will be discussing both her characteristic traits as well as her actions that resulted into this hatred towards her. Overall, there are 13 points to be kept in mind. Starting with number 1. Makes fun of a boy for being an orphan. She makes fun of an orphan for being an orphan in front of an orphan. The greatest bullshit I have ever heard. It was one of the very beginning scenes in the whole Naruto universe, and enough to make any normal person hate her guts. And didn't even think that the Sasuke-kun she loves so much is an orphan too. And people thought she lost her brain when she cut her hair. She was born brainless, man. Like, my poor bro Natto somehow had become fascinated with her at some point in his childhood, and I really feel pity for him. I don't know how though, the only weak spot in my man's CV, which could have been hella made fun out of if he existed IRL. But see, maybe for Kishimoto's whim or maybe for whatever, it happened, and shit. Sakura, who never had anything in her life to brag about, was drunk on arrogance when for the first time someone put importance to her. And she started ridiculing that person, the only person other than her parents for whom she held some value. How laughable. And I cannot understand how can anyone even think of making some fun of someone for being an orphan. Like, bruh, that's his strong point, that despite being an orphan he's holding up so much better than you. It felt really satisfying when Sasuke hit her with that "you are annoying" part. Naruto's PFF for a reason, man. Moving on to number 2. Is crazy behind Sasuke just because of his looks and for no other special reason. One of the most infuriating things about her is that her apparent love for Sasuke-kun is only for the way she looks. It's not for any special reason or for any special moments they shared together or any special virtues. Basically, if Sasuke was ugly, she would have given him the Naruto treatment as well. She's only crazy for his looks and nothing else. Her obsession with Sasuke completely seems unreasonable and illogical otherwise. Basically, if it was not her love for Sasuke, but herself being an obsessed fangirl for him. For fulfilling her idiotic desires, she was ready to harm anyone and go to any length. All that drama throughout the series just for Sasuke-kun's looks. Truly disgusting and shameless. Number 3. Extremely selfish. One of the most selfish characters I've seen in all anime. A spoiled, ill-mannered brat who doesn't know the meaning of the word compromise. Gets angry as soon as something doesn't go her own way. Throws tantrums at parents for the pettiest reasons. Insults Naruto, who always does nothing except the best for her. For sometimes unknowingly coming between her and the Sasuke-kun, who finds her damn annoying. Number 4. Extremely egoistic despite being practically useless. Really don't understand where all that baseless ego comes from. Remember, she ran at Madara alone, asking Naruto and Sasuke to follow her. The next moment she gets gets selfie-sticked by Madara and Naruto had to save her. And just before that, she had said, "Tsunade-sama, I caught up with these two. What a joke, useless piece of shit." Also remember the drama during the 5 Kage summit when she deceived when she deceived everyone and went to kill Sasuke herself only to be choked by him. Again, Naruto had to save her. Maybe she really did cut off her brains along with her hair during the Chunin exam arc. Number 5. Manipulative narcissist. Pretty damn knows well that Naruto has got feelings for her and cries and begs before Naruto to bring Sasuke back. Naruto just smiles and says, "Don't worry, I will bring him back. Promise of a lifetime." Despite since childhood insulting Naruto, laughing at him, shaming him, hitting him and gaslighting him at regular intervals, comparing him with Sasuke whenever she falls in danger, she becomes an instant crybaby, shouting for Naruto. There's no Sasuke-kun going on at that time. She's a narcissist who can't bear hearing anything bad about her despite being ugly both in looks and in personality. She plays with people's emotions, manipulates them to gain her own needs. She manipulates friends, family and people around her and acts like a helpless victim in every situation. Number 6. Knows Naruto's weakness for her and never hesitates to use that. So this point I took up from Reddit. I saw someone write this on Reddit and took it up from there. He has written, extending on the previous point, how would you feel if you liked somebody and she never cared? Always mean to you because you were annoying to her. Then all of a sudden the one time she is nice, she asks you to bring another guy just for her. She basically bullied him his whole time in the academy for being weak. Now all of a sudden she's crying to him and begging to him to bring back a rogue ninja. She also put zero effort into bringing him back at the time and just left it all to Naruto and left so much pressure on him. Number 7. Feeds off on Naruto but hits him more than she can hit any enemy. She leeches on Naruto for survival. All major work will be done by Naruto. He will have to bear the pain. She will ruin things from time to time and Naruto will have to save her ass there too. And yet she will hit Naruto at the end of the day, and that too without any reason. She literally hits him for something that someone else has said to her, and it's not like she's holding back or anything. She basically hits Naruto at least 5 times more than she could hit all enemies combined throughout the series, causing him to bleed at regular intervals. Even when Naruto is injured at a hospital after fighting for the village, she hit him on the hospital bed for petty reasons. Who does that? Number 8. Compared to others, her struggles are laughable and yet never stops whining. Naruto. Parents got slaughtered by Nine-Tailed Fox who got sealed inside him for saving the village, whole life shunned by people for even existing despite his very existence protecting the village. Isolated, bullied, lone orphan, surviving on his own since birth. Sasuke. Whole clan including parents slaughtered by his own brother, orphan, alone. Sakura. I have got a big forehead. Number 9. Treated Naruto like a trash can during childhood. Along with the whole village and the ninja academy, she made Naruto feel isolated during his entire childhood. She always looked at Naruto like he was some sort of a trash can. She treated him like a criminal despite him never doing anything to harm anyone, ever. And also, on one occasion, dragged him aside to insult him when that weird kid she and her friends met disappeared. Number 10. Extremely ungrateful. Every time Naruto saves her, she thanks Sasuke. Remember when Naruto saved her and Sasuke from Gaara? She doesn't even look at Naruto at the hospital and runs to hug Sasuke. Naruto just silently moves away. Next, she thanks Sasuke for saving her and completely laughs off when Sasuke tells her it was Naruto who saved them and makes fun of Naruto despite him already saving her on a few occasions before that. When Naruto came back gravely injured after his first main fight with Sasuke to stop him, she didn't even utter a single word of gratefulness or appreciation, even if it was the immense pressure caused by the promise made for her that pushed Naruto so far. Instead, she immediately started crying for Sasuke-kun in front of him. Let it be Pain's invasion or her Sasuke-kun trying to kill her out of annoy, she always had to rely on her only useful ninjutsu of the Naruto summoning jutsu. Yet, never a single thank you from her. Rather, when Naruto saves her during the Fourth Ninja War, she's concerned why Sasuke-kun is not caring for her. Is this some sort of a joke? Number 11 says she's better off without parents in front of an orphan. Says Sasuke should have been there instead of Naruto, since he would have understood her better. Remember the park scene? How can she wish for the parents that have raised her lovingly without her having to face any struggles to be dead over a little argument? The sheer amount of selfishness she exhibited in the scene was outrageous. Although she continued saying all this in front of an orphan whose parents had been actually slaughtered and who understands what struggle truly is. When Naruto, unable to bear the pain in his heart, opposes her statement, she pulls on the Sasuke card at him and says that Sasuke, who also happens to be an orphan, would have understood her and should have been there instead of Naruto. Sasuke would have straight up chidoried her if he really was there. She has again proved that she still is nothing but the spoiled brat that she used to be. Number 12. Chases Sasuke like a psycho for years despite him finding her annoying and trying to kill her out of disgust every time. I don't have anything to say about this. The 4 times that Sasuke tried to kill Sakura is self-explanatory. But Sakura never stopped chasing Sasuke's ass with her Naruto summoning jutsu over the years. Number 13. Ready to be a rogue ninja and cause harm to innocent people just to be with a handsome dude. She was literally ready to be a criminal and a rogue ninja, betraying her parents, friends and village to stay with her Sasuke-kun. If it would have led her to kill innocent people, she would have done so without a second thought. Those were the 13 reasons why people hate Sakura. And so yeah, that was that. And sorry, I really wasn't able to look into the camera while speaking at all. Now with all that there, I guess you can understand that it's not possible to keep all that structured in my mind. I can guarantee you each and every word of that, all that I have spoken, whatever has come out of my mouth, all of that are my words. I would really love to know your take on this matter. Do you love Sakura? I really doubt so that any people with right mind will like Sakura, but still you can, right? So yeah, there are all sorts of people out there. Do you like Sakura? And if you do not, why don't you? Like, what is your take? Have I missed anything out in here? So yeah, all that I really want to know, and please comment down below if anyone is watching this video, of course. So see you on the next video.